What's happening, guys? Dominic from Prestige Marques here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's been quite a while since we've actually done one of these videos. And I mean, what better car to do it with than the LP640 Murcielago. This is a lovely car that we recently bought into stock and quite frankly sold it quite quickly. Yeah, Murcielago LP640, super special car, a car that is finally getting the attention it deserves internationally, but here in South Africa still quite slept on. And I think the guy who's bought this car has made one of the best purchases of the year. And yeah, we can go into the history of LP640s. So LP640s were essentially, in my eyes, the last of the proper Lamborghinis. So we have the iconic Bizzarini V12. That was the V12 from the Mura all the way up into the Murcielago. So Mura, Countach, Diablo, Murcielago. Upgraded to a 6.5 litre in the LP640 range. And why I say this is the last of the proper Lamborghinis is after this, when the Aventador was reintroduced, I think 95% of the car was completely redesigned, including the engine. And if you look at the styling on the Murcielagos, particularly the LP640s, you can see everything from the Mura to the Countach to the Diablo. So in my eyes, in terms of the Lamborghini world, this is the 993 of Lamborghinis, the last of the proper generation. So yeah, let's take a look around here. Iconic pods, which dates all the way back to the Countaches. These actually open up at speed, which is quite cool. The iconic wheel design over there as well. And then if we pop our heads over here into the engine bay, we've got the 6.5 litre V12, which is just simply mesmerizing to drive. I know an Aventador is faster, etc., but nothing beats the character of an LP640. So let's open up the engine bay and let's have a look at the Bizzarini V12. Last of its kind. What's so cool, we'll show you later in the video, you can actually see the weave of the carbon fiber through the paint. But yeah, here we go. This is the heart of Lamborghini, and this was the best iteration of this engine. Simply iconic, and it's just got such character when you drive it. Aventador, miles faster, completely different noise, etc. But with this motor, and when you're driving an LP640, you can really feel all the history from Lamborghini in this car. So yeah, in my mind, super iconic. So guys, as we said, super iconic engine. I know we're using that word a lot, but in my mind, this is peak Lamborghini. So I'm going to continue using that word. What was quite interesting on the LP640s is you could go with the optional extra carbon fiber engine bay. And if you actually look up here, you can see the weave of the carbon there, the original carbon, and then it's painted on the other side. And then with really high-end examples of LP640s, carbon weave is very evident through the paint. Zach will cut to some B-roll footage now where he shows you the weave of the various panels. Was largely carbon fiber. And the LP640 was the facelift version of the Murcielago. So substantial changes. There were the new rear bumper design, the single exit for the exhaust. Pre-LP640s had the two pipe over there. We have the redesigned tail lights as well, which is quite cool. If we cut out this way, we had different rim options as well. These were the optional wheels for the LP640. And then there was a big change in the front bumper of the vehicle. The pre-LP cars have a very boxy look, and this has a much more angular look to them. So production run on LP640s was 2006 to 2010. And not a lot of people know this, but super rare car. Total production around 1,300 units worldwide. When you break it down into right-hand drive variants, the number's not exact, but it's somewhere between 120 and 150. For example, this car here is one of 10 original South African LP640s. We do have a car that's been imported recently by one of our mates in Cape Town. Well done, Jekyll's. But yeah, so this is one of the original 10 cars. And what guys don't understand with them is finding really good examples are hard. You could buy one of these. I mean, it was actually one of the first cars I sold was an LP640, an orange one. And at the time, I think we sold that car for about 3 million Rand. So they were super, super cheap at one stage. Unfortunately, when that happens, they just fall into the hands of people that can afford to buy them, but they don't appreciate them for what they are and they don't look after them. So to find an example with so much original carbon weave is just out of this world. And I mean with the mileage as well, 16,000 Ks for all of our people across the world. It's about 10,000 miles, which is next to nothing. Okay guys, cameraman Zach wants me to get in the car. So let's jump in here and let's just have a look at the interior of the LP640. So pretty tight cabin. Not a whole bunch of space in here, especially if you're on the taller side. But yeah, the cabins were very driver focused. Everything is tilted towards the driver. Pedals are offset as well, which is hilarious. But I mean, that's Italians for you. So spec on this car in terms of interior and exterior is very subdued, which I quite like. Sometimes, you know, with the supercars, the guys go a bit overboard with the spec, and I think sometimes less is more. So yeah, this particular car, black leather inside, yellow stitching, super, super plain. There was obviously the optional diamond quilted stitching, and then you could do different color on the inserts, you could do a different color here. We do have some cars in South Africa where they are orange on the outside and they've got a two-tone orange and black interior, or yellow, or you know, the white Spider we sold many years ago as well. That was a two-tone black and white interior. But yeah, it's fairly sparse cabin. There's not a whole lot of thrills here. It's not like the newer, you know, sort of Lambos where there are a million buttons everywhere and you don't really know what to do. Super simple, super intuitive. It's just like I said, sometimes less is more.
And so, Dominic, in your personal opinion, if, let's say, money was no object, what type of specification would you have option for from factory on the LP640?
Oh man, that's so easy. LP640 spec for me is the Roadster that we sold, I think, in COVID. Yeah, that car was iconic. I mean, balloon white, white interior, white and black interior, same wheels in black. And I mean, the Roadster, when you open up the engine bay, it's got all the carbon bracing and it just looks out of this world. For me, as you've seen with some of the other cars that we have, we like to go a little bit more subdued on the spec because I do think less is more sometimes. I don't think you need to be so crazy with the spec. So yeah.
Sweet, and I think there's one rather important part of the video everyone's been waiting for, and that's to hear that magnificent V12 roar.
Start up.
Let's do a startup.
Beat me up, Scotty, hold on, but we've got to do it. We've got to go from scratch, and I'll tell you why. So when you go from scratch, I won't do it because the car's warm, but when the car's cold, it does this whole like jet fighter noise, like woo, before you start it up, and it's super cool. It just adds to the whole experience. But yeah, let's fire it up. Fairly quiet, not a cold start, but also, unlike most of the other Murcielagos in the country, this has still got the factory exhaust. But that is going to be changed very soon. So yeah, but we've got a bit of temp, so give it a little squirt. Yeah, it's groovy. Oh, so good. No elegant way to get out of an LP640, but I suppose that's the best way we can do it. Let's just kill that quickly. So yeah, guys, that's a quick video on LP640s, the history, etc. I'm super, super excited that I finally got to buy this car and sell it. I first came to know about the car in 2019, and the owner and I have a very good friendship since then. And yeah, we finally got the call, and it's off to a great home and an incredible Lamborghini collection. It's going to join some super, super special cars. I'm very happy with where it's going. When we did buy the car and we were starting to sell it, we were very careful in who we decided to call and offer the car to, because we had to make sure that it goes to someone that's gonna preserve it and look after it. Like I told you, there's not a lot of good LP640s left in the country in terms of coupes. I would say this is the third best one. The other two are sitting with their original owners and will never be sold. So yeah, we really had to make sure that this goes to a good home, because, you know, we need to preserve these cars for the future generations. With electrification and hybrid and, you know, all the new cars that are coming out with very similar tech, everything just feels the same. And I think this is honestly from the golden generation of motoring, you know, mid-2000s all the way up to like 2012, 2013, which is what a lot of our collection has in it. And super excited for the new owner. Can't wait to hear it with a new exhaust system on it as well. And can't wait to see it on the road, because it is going to be used and it's going to be enjoyed, but it's going to be preserved, which is important. So yeah, guys, thank you for the video. Thank you for your time. We really appreciate it, and we're going to try to do this more regularly. We're going to try to get more videos of the cars that we sell and the stories behind them, because the cool thing about what we do is we're not just selling cars here. There's stories behind every single one of these cars. If Zach had enough battery life, I could take you through every car in the storeroom down here that we have, and I could tell you a 20-minute story about each car. But we'll get to it, and we're going to take you guys along the journey with us, so you guys can understand that it's not just about carbon fiber, leather, and plastics, etc. That it's actually about the stories behind the cars. That's the most important thing. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching the video, and we really appreciate it. So yeah, Zach, take it away.